Whoa, 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 welcome, I'm gonna walk through video. 9.01a independent practice. Area of triangles. Let's jump right in, y'all. Question 1. Right triangle is shown. Find the area of said triangle. To find the area of a triangle, we can use the formula base times height divided by 2. Or base times height times 1/2. Mean the same thing, same math, but same but different. Same but different. This is because a triangle is half of a square. So it's kind of like when we find the area of a triangle, we're finding the area of the square and then cutting it in half. That's what we're doing. So our base, kind of like the bottom, the flat side on the bottom or top, is 12. 12 times the height goes from the base all the way to the tippity top. It doesn't have to be a side of the triangle, but convenient for us, we do have a straight up and down line from the bottommost point to the topmost point, and our height would be 14. So 12 times 14 gives us the area of the square, then dividing by 2 gives us our triangle area. 12 times 14 divided by 2 is 84. 84. Oh yeah. Question 2. Do, 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 do. Area of a triangle. Okay. Quick pause. And we're back. So we got a triangle here. And to find the area of that triangle, we use this formula. Base times height divided by 2. Or base times height times 1/2. They mean the same thing. Finding half of something and dividing by 2. Same but different. Same but different. Okay. So, what is our base? The base is a flat side of the shape on the top or bottom. Oh, we have a flat shape on the bottom, so that can be our base. The height of the triangle is a straight up and down line from the base to the topmost point. It doesn't have to be a side of the triangle, the height. It could just be a line. Lucky for us, or convenient for us, we have a side of the triangle that also is the height, a straight up and down line that goes from the base to the topmost point. Base times height. Base times height is how we find the area of squares, is it not? Or rectangles. When we find the area of a triangle, it's like finding the area of a rectangle and then cutting it in half, cutting the area in half. That's why we divide by 2 and use the area of a square formula to help us. Now we have base, we have our height, we have our 2. Let's use our Monsieur Calculator. 6.3 times 15 divided by 2. 47.25 is our answer. Question 3. When we find the area of a triangle, we use the formula base times height divided by 2. We use this formula because base times height is how we find the area of a rectangle or square. And if we cut that rectangle or square in half, we get a triangle. So to find the area of a triangle, we find the area of the rectangle that it is a part of, and then we divide by 2. Let's find the base and height on this picture. The base is a flat side of the shape on the top or bottom. Here is a flat side on the top or bottom of the shape, so that will be our base. Or you could also tilt your head upside down, and then it's the bottom of the triangle. So the base is 8.7. The height goes from the base to the topmost point or to the bottommost point. The topmost point to the bottommost point. And it has to be a straight up and down line, so not a diagonal line, but oh, look at this. We have a straight up and down line going from the bottom of the shape to the top of the shape. So our height is 11.8. We have our base, we have our height, we divide by 2. Let's see what Monsieur Calculator has to say about this problem. Oh oui, oui, Monsieur Calculator, 51, 3.33, 7, 1.33, 51.33. Thank you, Monsieur Calculator. Question 4. To find the area of a triangle, we can use this formula: base times height divided by 2. We can use this formula because a triangle, all triangles, regardless of what they look, even silly looking triangles, obtuse triangles, still does the same. All triangles are half of a square. So if we find the area of the square, base times height, then divide by 2, we get the area of a triangle. The base is a flat side on the bottom or top of the shape. It has to be a side of the shape. That's what the base is. Looks like, oh, here is a flat side on the bottom of the shape. Perfect. So 3.1 is our base, and the height is a straight up and down line going from the bottom to the top of the shape. It does not have to be a side of the shape. It just has to be a line going from the top to the bottom. And looky here. We have a line that goes from the top to the bottom, not a side of the shape, but it doesn't have to be. This is our height. 5.5. We got our base, we got our height. Let's see what Monsieur Calculator has to say about it. Divided by 2. 8.525. 8.525. 8.25. Oh, I forgot the number. 525. Question number 5. To find the area of a triangle, we can use this formula: base times height divided by 2, or base times height times 1/2, or base times height times 0.5, all the same. When we find the area of a triangle, we're really finding the area of the rectangle that triangle is a part of, and then dividing the area of the rectangle by 2 to get the triangle. That's why we use this formula. The base, let's find the base now. The base is a flat side of the shape on the top or bottom. Here is a flat side on the bottom, and it is 9.9 units long. 9.9. What is the height? The height is a line, a straight up and down line that goes from the bottom to the top of the shape. It does not have to be a side. And it can't be this side because that's a diagonal line. This is also a diagonal line. We want a straight up and down line going from the top to the bottom. So our height is 3.7. We got our base. We got our height. What is the area? 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 18.315. Just type that into my calculator. 18.315. 18.315. I said 18315. Oh yeah. I said Question 6. Triangle ABC. Backwards question. Nice. To find the area of a triangle, we do base. We use this formula. Base times height divided by 2. This is a backwards question where we know the area, 37.7, and we know the height, but we don't know the base. So let's simplify and solve this question, working backwards. Simplify and solve. First, let's do 14.5 divided by 2. Okay, there's lots of ways we could do this. We can do 14.5 divided by 2 first, then use our backwards math. Or we can just start with backwards math right away. I say, let's simplify first. 14.5 divided by 2, 7.25. So 37 equals base times 7.25. Okay, now we have a one-step equation. I want to move 7.25 over to the other side of the equal sign. And I can use that by doing backwards math. Instead of timesing by 7.25 on the right side, I can divide by 7.25 on the left. So I'm moving this over, doing opposite math. 37.7 divided by 7.25 is 5.2. So that is our base. You could also have done 37.7 divided by 14.5, move the 14.5 over to opposite math. Then do opposite math for the divide by 2 and times by 2. Oh, get the same thing. 5.2 is the base. 0.2. Another backwards question. Another backwards question. To find the area of a triangle, we can use this formula: base times height divided by 2. For this question, we know the area And we know the base, but we don't know the height. So let's do some backwards math here to find our answer. Let's do some backwards math. And to move the 6.2 and the 2 over to the other side of the equal sign, so that way h is all by itself. Let's do some backwards math to solve this. First, let's get rid of the times by 6.2 and do opposite math. To do this opposite math strategy, I do the opposite math to the opposite side of equal sign. So instead of timesing by 6.2, I can do the opposite operation, divide by 6.2. What is 36.27 divided by 6.2? 5.85. So now that is gone. Now I have h divided by 2 is 5.85. Now I can do opposite math again. Instead of dividing by 2, I do the opposite operation to the opposite side and times by 2. So now that is gone. Now I times by 2 and we got our answer, 11.7. You can also check your work by doing 11.7 times 6.2 divided by 2 and see if you get the area it says. Another question. Lots of them. Last question. Tent has a triangle opening with a base of that. Areas. Okay, so another backwards question where we want to find the height. The base is 8. The area is 24 feet squared. But what is the height? To find the area of a triangle, we can use the formula base times height divided by 2. Looks like here we know the area is 24, and the base is 8, but we don't know the height. So let's simplify and solve. Simplify and solve. Let's do 8 divided by 2. First, before we do any backwards math, let's do 8 divided by 2. What is 8 divided by 2? Oh yeah, it's 4. 24 equals 4 times h. You could have also done, like, you can simplify then solve, or you can just jump right into backwards math. I'll talk about how to do both once we finish. Now, let's use some backwards math. Instead of timesing by 4 on the right side, let's do the opposite operation to the opposite side of the equal sign and divide by 4. 24 divided by 4 is, thank you calculators, it is 6. Now you could have also started and jumped right into backwards math and divided 24 by 8, which would have gotten you 3. Then you would have had 3 equals something divided by 2. Then you do opposite math again, times by 2, and then you have 6 equals h. So 6 is our height. All right, if you need more help with this homework, please let me know. I love to help. Good luck, and goodbye.